Hello, this is Lisa Shea, and these instructions are for making an origami money rabbit, which also looks more like a fox or a cat. And you can add eyes or not add eyes as you wish. It's more traditional, of course, not to have eyes or anything else on it, but sometimes if you're making a cute present for a child so they can then spend the money, it's good to add eyes onto it. So first we're going to fold one corner over to meet the opposite side and give it a good sharp crease. We're going to unfold that. Once you take a look and make sure that you see how that was folded. And now we're going to fold the opposite corner over to meet the opposite wall. And again, you make a sharp crease out of it. So again, this is what the fold looks like to make sure that you've got this fold correctly. So now you unfold that and you turn the whole piece over. Now on the back side, you look at where those two crosses meet and you want to fold it in half across that spot, the middle of the X. So we're going to fold the piece of paper or dollar bill, whatever you're using, lengthwise down and crease it across the middle of the X. It's important to get the middle of that X for this next part to work properly. Now I'm going to show this from a bunch of different angles because it's a little confusing, but what we're going to do is push in the two sides. If you pinch it in there, it should fold downwards towards the table that you're working on. So you see I'm doing this from a bunch of different angles. You see how it folds down and in. It's going to squish. So if you pinch it on the side, you can see how it squishes down. And again, I'll show you from different angles. And this all has to do with making that X shape and folding across the middle of the X shape so this can fold down properly. So once you're done with it, you can see that it folds in. It's got a triangle shape and the two sides of the paper folded inward to go underneath your triangle shape. Once you've got that to work, give it a sharp crease. If you had any troubles, I would start again fresh with a fresh piece of paper so that it ends up looking like this. Now we're going to take the long side and fold it into the center of this dollar bill or piece of paper. So don't worry about that triangle part for now, it's going to push out of the way. Just make sure that you fold the length part into the center line. And now we're going to do the other length part into that same center line. So fold that over. It doesn't have to be exactly in the center, just sort of close to the center is going to be fine. We're just making the body of this fox or cat or rabbit. And now we've got something that looks sort of like an arrow. So you see there's a triangle end and a long end. Turn the whole thing over. Now we're going to make its body. So there's a tip and we're going to fold the long end just about up to the tip. Not quite all the way, but most of the way, and give it a sharp crease. Now fold that thing that we just folded back just a little bit further than the middle of the body there. This is just to give him a little base to sit on, and you can see how it's sort of an accordion fold there. So once you've got him shaped like that, that's his main body. You can see on this one that it's getting close to looking like the ending result. We've got his body shape, and now we're going to make his ears once we get this a little creased better. So take the corner points and point them up to his nose. So we're going to fold this over and point it towards his nose and give it a crease. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other corner. We're going to point it towards his nose and give that a crease. So we are forming the ears now. And now we're going to take those two points that we folded forward and we're going to fold them back towards the back of his head. And that will finish helping them stick up to be ear-shaped. So we're going to take this piece and move it back towards the back of his head. So we take one of them and we just fold it back in half and crease it. The other one, fold it back in half and then crease it. So again, you can give it eyes if you want. If you want to be traditional, you don't need to have eyes. You can fold him more in half if you want. You can see the one on my example on the bottom left is folded over more so that it stands up straight, or you can leave it just flat as it is now. They're supposed to sort of hop. It depends how crisp the dollar bills or paper you're working with are. And those are the eyes if you want to stick some eyes on. You can fold the nose up if you want it to look more cat-like. So there are many options for customizing here. You can visit lisashea.com for more origami information, and I hope you have a wonderful day.